So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to add routers to React.js application. As you can see, I have some sample app running right now, and I have two tabs. One of them is for home. Another one is for the features, and we have our main component here, the app component, and it has a title bar. And after the title bar, we may want to render the appropriate component based on the routing. So first thing we need to do, we need to install the router. We can put React.js router, and you had to go to this link right here, and you can go to I'm new, whatever. And this tutorial is pretty good job, but it does pretty good job, but I'll just show you quickly what you need. So all you gotta do is we need to install this npm install React router. We don't need to do that, any of that stuff. So let me go to my bash, install. Just want to make sure that I'm in the right one, um, right package. So let's go ahead and install that router here. Okay. Okay, the router has been installed. Let me go ahead and create, these two components. And one of them for home, one of them for features. Let's go ahead and do create home JSX, and let me go ahead and quickly type the home component. And okay, export default home. Okay, and all this is gonna do is just we're gonna return a simple JSX. It's gonna be h1 welcome to home. All right, and let's go ahead and create the features. Features.jsx and function features and return simple statement. Welcome to the I do not know how to spell. Welcome to the features. Features. I know, of course, in real application, you probably have a lot of stuff going on in each component, but just for the sake of brevity, I'm just gonna use simple JSX in this component. So export default and features. All right. So we have defined two components. So every time user clicks the tabs right here, and it'll render the component. Okay, let's go ahead and define certain things. So we have to define, router. We had to do some basic configuration for router. So what we can do is we need to go to the, in my case, I had to go to the index.js. So I'm gonna have to import this file, index.js, and go ahead and import this. Now I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't need this stuff. All right. So what I'm gonna do? This is basically where we configure the router. So let's copy this particular piece of code. So all of this, basically what it says is, if we go to this path right here, I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar with this, syntax. So usually when the user goes to the website, if they, let's say if they type the host name of our website or URL of the website, and this is basically the root URL. And what basically telling that is, if the user goes to this particular URL, we'll render this page. But for our case, we don't want to do that. We're just gonna render the app component, which is empty page. You will not see anything there, so that's okay. So we have to put the router provider here, replace the app component. Okay, that's all we gotta do. And also we need to do one more thing. Let's go to the app component. I'll get the title. I'll keep the title bar here in the app component. So in the app component, we're gonna have to define outlet. Outlet is the one that kind of renders the component. So what we're gonna do, let's go this, scroll down a little bit, and outlet. All right, let's do this. From here, we need to define outlet. So as you family, I hope you guys are familiar with the React, JS file structure. This is the index.js where all the main configurations are being done, and basically you'll have a root component which is app.js, and I'll change it to JSX just to be consistent. And this is where things will be put together. Okay, so we have a title bar which is an nav bar, and here we have an outlet, and we have to have an outlet. Outlet is basically whenever the user clicks, it will render the component according to the current the URL path. All right, this is where outlet. So every time user clicks, for example, one of these, and the appropriate component will be injected here. Okay, so we have outlet is being done. Now we need to define a path. So we have to so what we have to do is basically let's go ahead and define the path first. So these component are children of the root component, so we need to make them as a children. So what we're gonna do is, we don't need to worry about any of that. We need to copy the children array, I'm just copying just for the syntax. Okay, we just need to go to the index.js where we define the routes, and here this is the root component, and this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna define a path. We're gonna say home, and if it's home, go to home, a home component of the app. I think let's do this again. Home component of the app. Okay, I may have to redo this again. I need to import this. 1 second. Home of the home component that we just defined. I think it's not picking it up. That's okay. I'll manually copy them here. Just put home. Okay. I guess 1 second. Components. There you go. Okay. So now we have defined the routes for the home component, and we're gonna do the same thing for the features. Features and features. All right, let's go ahead and do that same thing here. Just importing the feature component, and that's it. So this is the root URL, and these are the children of that root. So whenever the user clicks one of those tabs, and the appropriate component will be rendered. Let's test it out. Let's see if any issue comes up. So if we click home, oh, nothing shows up. Oh, you know why? Because as you can see, it's adding a hashtag in front of the component, right? Our definition does not say we will be taking hashtag for the path. So let's go to the title bar where these links are defined. So I'm gonna get rid of this. So we're not gonna be using the regular link component from basic HTML. We have to use something called link that is from the React library, the component library. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to import let's see, this one right here. We only need, in our case right now, we only need the link. We don't need the outlet. So let's format this thing, and let me go ahead. So what I'm going to do basically is, as you can see, you just need this particular link. Just put that here. All right, and as you can see, we just had to put the path. So we're going to be defining home here. So let's say if the user clicks the home button, we go to home, and likewise. So likewise, if the user clicks on the features button, and the router will route the navigation to the features component. So you do the same thing as we did for the home button. So we just create this link tab. This is from the router library, and v2 is basically the path that we defined earlier in the index.js. As you can see, these are the path. So we're telling that router, whenever user clicks on this particular button, and it'll just go to this particular route, which will render the features component. So let's see the example. And for example, let's I'm clicking home. I'm on the home component, and I'm clicking features, and as you can see, that component has been changed, and it displays the text message we displayed. So I can click back and forth. As you can see that the navigation path also changes, as well as the URL path. And yep, this is how you incorporate routers into React JS application.